Okay, 2, 6 plus 6a over a minus 3. Now, again, and we did this in lesson 18. We did this. A minus 3, factor it. And that's the way it factors. It only has everything can factor. Even 5 is 5 times 1. You know, you may not need it, but with these, you want to do it that way. 6 and 1, they don't cancel. That A and that A can't cancel because this, I don't see an A minus 3 up here. But will this one reduce? Anything you reduce is going to make it a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and reduce this to 1/3. You don't have to. I work them both ways. You're going to reduce it now or reduce it later. So it just made it a little bit easier. So let's do common denominator. Now this is what I'm going to ask you when you come to my desk, because I know you will. Look at your denominators. Make sure they're factored. Factor denominator. Factor your denominator. Okay, do the numbers. 3 and 1. I got to have a 3. LCD of 3 and 1 is 3. I have 1A minus 3. So it's got, now, how would you know if you had to put more? Say there was an A minus 3 over here, it would still be 1. But if over here I had A minus 3 squared, it would have to be 2 of them. What's missing? Do you see that A minus 3 is missing? And I'm going to put it in parentheses. A minus 3, A minus 3. And from here, it's just a 3. This has become 1 times A minus 3. Remember to go ahead and distribute. So I've got A minus 3. Because if there was a number in front, see, we took the 2 and made it a 1. We would have had to distribute the 2 if we hadn't reduced it. And then this one's going to be 18A. Got any like terms that you can add? Now it looks just like lesson 19. Leave the denominator factored. And 1A plus 18A is 19A minus 3. Well, 19A minus 3 factor other than a GCF of 1. It won't. It's this, if that helps. There's no 19A minus 3 on the bottom. There's no A minus 3 on the top. There's a 1 out here. You can leave it like this, or you can distribute it out if you want to. Number 4. I just got 2 more. 4 over x plus 2. And this one actually is plus also. And 5x over x plus 1. Now that's what that one looked like, but I'm going to go ahead and factor it. Big fraction, big fraction. Okay, 1, I'll put a 1 over there. That helps. I see an x plus 2. I didn't see 1 over here, so I see an x plus 2 to the 1. Does it help if I put 1s there as your exponents? So I need to put x plus 2 over here. And I see an x plus 1 here. And I need a 2, an x plus 1 over here. What's this one missing? X plus 1 in parentheses. Why? Because you're going to distribute. Aunt Sally says we can't add or subtract without distributing. And then this one's missing an x plus 2 in parentheses. Distribute. Got 4x plus 4. And I got 5x squared plus 10x. I like to do them in order like we do trinomials. So I'm going to put my common denominator under here. Now some teachers will make you go ahead and FOIL that out and distribute. I don't, because if you're going to do anything with it, you're going to want to cancel it here. So I just always leave my denominator factored. And then the top, let's put it in that descending form. So let's do our squareds first, because if it was going to factor, it would factor in that order. And then we'll put our x's together. You will find that, you know, you would have to play with it. 5x squared would have to be 5 and 1. Most of these won't factor. Occasionally they will. It would have to be 1 and 4 or 2 and 1. It would have to be something like this. If this was a 2, that would have to be a 2. 2 and 10 won't give you 14. See, because I'm looking for something. My whole thing is to get it to cancel. If this was a 1, this would have to be a 4. 4 and 5 won't give you a 14. And so I just leave it like that. If you want to FOIL that out, very rarely do these factor. And then this is x squared plus 2x, 1x, 3x plus 2. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. So I've got 6 over 2a plus 1. And I'm going to go ahead and factor it. GCF of 1. If that was 2a plus 4, go ahead and take the 2 out. Go ahead and factor it immediately if it will factor. And this one's a minus. So remember, the minuses throw a little kink in it in terms of distributing. And then I'm going to do 5a over a minus 3, and I'm going to go ahead and factor it. This is very similar to that one. The minus is going to throw a twist to it. So the common denominator is the 2a plus 1 and the a minus 3. If there had been a 2 out here, then 2's got to come over. You've got 1 and 1. Or if you got a 5 right here, it's going to be 1 and 5. You've got to watch your coefficients. Put the 1 there if that makes you feel better about it. This one is missing an a minus 3. Distribute. And this one is missing an 2a plus 1. And distribute. So I have 6a minus 18. And I have 10a squared, I'm ignoring the minus right now, plus 5a. Now, go ahead and put you a big numerator. I'm not going to do it twice, but I am going to do it one time for you. I am going to put an extra step in it. Because here's the issue. This is a -1, and it's got to be distributed. Distribute the -1 right here. When you have subtraction, you got to distribute that -1. Let's show it. 6a minus 18 minus 10a squared and minus 5a. Well, what do we have in terms of like terms? I'm going to put that at the front even though it's negative. I've got a plus a and I've got a minus 18. And I'm not even going there because 10, 2, and 5, it's negative, it's a mess. There is nothing that's going to factor with that denominator. If you don't have to, and I don't make you, I would not foil that denominator because people miss it and then they get points off. You're better off just leaving it, and I'd leave that as my answer.